Good morning, students. My name is Teacher Tsepi. My name is Teacher Tsepi. Today we are going to talk about music instruments and their different categories. But before we dive into our lesson, we are going to play a game called Actionary. Okay, students, now listen to teacher. I am going to call out 5 students to come to the front of the class and demonstrate other words from the vocabulary. You have to show the class what you do when you play a drum or a violin. Now, I am going to start by showing you the name of the instrument that I'm going to demonstrate to you. What do you think that is? Josh, what do you think that is? Emily, what do you think what I just showed you is? What's the name of the instrument? Now, I'm going to call Simon to the front of the class to come and show you how you play the drum. Simon, can you please come to the front of the class? Good job, Simon. Now, congratulations to Team A for guessing the correct instrument. Now, we are going to continue with our lesson. Today, we are going to learn about music instruments and their different categories. We have, now listen to teacher, we have flute. Can you please repeat after teacher? Flute. And then we have drum. Drum. Repeat after teacher. Good job. And then we have violin. 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 And then we are going to move to saxophone. 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 And then we have piano. 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 And then we have a guitar. 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 Now, I'm going to tell you, students, which musical instruments that are on the board fall under which category. A flute and saxophone falls under wind. 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 And the drum and piano falls under percussion. 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 And then we have violin and a guitar, which falls under string. String. Now, teacher is going to ask you questions about what we have just learned. I'm going to ask you about what category does a guitar fall under? What category does a guitar fall under? The guitar falls under the category of string. String. The guitar falls under the category of string. String. And I'm going to ask you to name one instrument that we blow into. One instrument that we blow into. The one instrument that we blow into is flute. Flute. We blow into a flute to produce a sound. A sound. A flute belongs to the category of wind. 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 Okay, now Simon, I'm going to ask you a question and then you are going to give me the answer. Now Simon, what category does a guitar fall under? What category does a guitar fall under? Good job, Simon. Good job. The guitar falls under string. 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 Now, I'm going to ask you, Josh, what category does a drum fall under? What category does drum fall under? Oh, good job, Josh. The drum falls under the category of percussion. The drum falls under the category of percussion. Now I'm going to ask Susan to name one instrument that we blow into. Susan, name one instrument that we blow into. Good job, Susan. We blow air into the flute to produce sound. We blow air into the flute to produce sound. Okay, students, now I'm going to divide you into 4 or 5 groups. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to gather into your groups, and then we are going to do an activity. I'm going to hand out these pictures to you, and each group has to figure out which musical instrument in these papers belong to which musical categories. After you are all done, each group is going to come to the front of the board to place their musical instruments under the correct categories of musical instrument. And each group will have to explain why they placed their musical instrument into particular category. Okay, students, congratulations to you all. I can see that you all understood the lesson for today. Now, we are going to play our cooler. I'm going to ask you students to memorize these musical instruments and categories. And then I'm going to ask you you are going to memorize these categories for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to ask you to turn around. And then I'm going to take one off the board, and you're going to tell me which one is missing until all the flashcards are gone. Okay, students, do you understand, teacher? All right, good students. Then we can continue with our game. Good job today for understanding all these musical instruments and what their purpose is. Thank you, students.
Thank you.